Hey, hey, welcome to So What's Even Happening, the podcast where creative entrepreneurship meets real life self care.
I'm Courtney, an artist and entrepreneur from LA.
And I'm Ziamara, a business owner and consultant from Oakland.
We're two Black women navigating the ups and downs of business building, fostering personal growth, and holding each other accountable.
Each week, we're sharing inspiring stories, facts, and some good laughs as we talk about creativity, self care, and making it all work.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's figure out what's even happening together. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
It's been so long.
I know.
Oh,
Man.
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
How are you doing?
Good. Just busy.
Girl. Yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with busy.
Yeah. Busy's good.
Because I definitely have my slow periods, and so I think that, everything is in cycles.
Totally.
Everything's
Absolutely.
in cycles.
Yeah, everything. And I think, I don't remember where I heard it, maybe Mel Robbins, I feel like one of her podcasts, she was talking about that, about how the almost like the yin and yang of thing, the cycles of stuff. Like you can't always have, I think they're talking about cleaning or something, and how like you can't always have clean clothes all the time. You're going to have clean or clean dishes, dirty dishes. Like there's always going to be that balance.
It's reminding me of this laundry boyfriend I have on my bed right now.
That's a big guy too.
Oh my gosh. I don't want no puppy. I want a big dog.
Right.
This laundry boyfriend of mine, I was traveling for a bit, and it just added up, and I'm so blessed to have a lot of clothes that I didn't need to do laundry for 3 weeks.
That was funny. That's hilarious. You have clothes when you're good for 3 weeks of clothes. Bravo.
Pat on my back.
Way to go.
That's where all my good money goes.
Right.
It's clothes.
Right.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we woke up the monster.
He's
We woke up my
awake.
67-pound dog. His name is Diesel. He's a blue-nosed pit.
I know.
He loves to sleep, and I think
He's begging me for scratches.
I know.
It's a cycle. You let go and then
Courtney,
he just...
whenever Courtney comes, she just spoils him. He just...
I miss this though. I can't help it.
Well, we can take him back to LA.
I'll babysit.
Yeah. And that's where it stops.
That's why we're aunties, yes.
All right, come on.
Jesus.
All right. Okay, Diesel has joined the podcast.
Well, this is a good segue because I feel like this is...
We didn't even say welcome. Hi, guys. Welcome to So What's Even Happening. I'm Ziamara.
And I'm Courtney.
And this is Diesel. You can't hear him. And we're your hosts. We're talking about everything creative entrepreneurship, self-care, and what else?
All the things.
All the things.
That's why it's called So What's Even Happening. 'Cause
Right.
We're just figuring out as we go. One thing that I feel like we've had to figure out as we've gone on
Tell me.
is forcing ourselves to rest.
Oh, I think Diesel should lead this podcast because this man, dog, boy, fur baby, knows how to rest so well. Oh my God. Just move me.
Just trying to scooch in there. Yeah.
Oh my God. This dog thinks that he's 5 pounds, and
He's just a baby.
he just tries to squeeze into the littlest spaces. Okay. All right, son, you're good? Okay. Yes, forcing ourselves to rest.
Yeah. Who knew? And I feel like that's something that we've learned on our weekly calls is almost telling each other that we have to like you've done a lot this weekend. Like this is why you're feeling this way. You need to rest.
Right.
So I think that seeing that in each other and calling that out is helping us. Still a work in progress because it can be really hard to just actually say, hey, I need a minute.
Yeah.
Life is like sometimes it's warp speed sometimes. Just so I think that acknowledging that it's something that you have to do is one of the first steps because I feel like just getting comfortable with saying like, hey, I need a break.
Yeah.
You know how, remember just like working for someone and just the anxiety and guilt you would feel taking time off?
Yes. Like I would feel so scared to put in my PTO
hey,
request.
can I use the vacation days that are mine?
I accrued.
Right.
I accrued working for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's a huge reason why. And then also just like that grind, keep going, don't never stop, won't sleep till I die type thing. Like, no, you need sleep or you will. Like,
there's so much unlearning.
Yeah.
That
so much.
no one told me about the unlearning things like in my 30s.
No.
Like
no one prepared us for that.
no one talked about that.
No.
So we're here to tell you guys, you need to fucking rest.
Yeah. Have a seat.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Put your feet up.
Yeah.
Take your makeup off.
Yeah.
Bra off.
I mean, we did
if you
that.
don't wear those things,
We
then,
did that today.
Yeah.
Even just before we knew, we were like, okay, we had a long night last night. We had a
Her fault.
your fault.
Your fault.
It's your fault.
We went out last night, you guys, and it was a blast.
It was fun.
It wasn't even like out. It was, we went to dinner and we got drinks after. We got home at what? Midnight-ish?
I don't know. I really have no idea actually. But
it was
anyway,
fun.
it was fun night, and we had a really intense workout this morning. Had a good meal, had some coffee, but we're like, okay, before we jump into the day, into this, maybe we need to take a little break, as opposed to forcing ourselves when we knew we were just dragging, a little bit hungover, like just all those things. Like we knew, like let's think of our future selves in this moment.
Yeah.
And rest. And we took a nap for like an hour or so.
Not even 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was just like a little bit. Even that makes a huge difference.
But that also goes to show like where we are in our lives. Like,
yeah,
I know I'm not going to be my best self if I keep pushing through right now. Yeah. So I should definitely take a nap.
Yeah.
Like, why did naps stop?
Right.
When we turned
after what?
Kindergarten?
Yeah.
Why?
I know.
We need the naps most now.
That's so true. Why did they
I'm
slowly take it away
morning.
from us? Yeah.
Taking this guy on a walk.
Yeah.
Oh shit. He's
asleep.
He's still asleep. Yeah. You know when dogs hear the WALK or the TREAT?
Trigger word.
Trigger. Yeah. They just know.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we need the naps.
Yeah, we really do. And it's so productive. And I think that like you said, the unlearning part is the hardest part, because the internal working for ourselves, you feel, I don't know about you, but like I feel guilty when I'm like, and I guess it's one of those things where it's definitely a work in progress, but I feel guilty when I'm like, oh, I need to rest. Like, am I allowed to carve out this time? Like
for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For an hour.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like I'm literally, when I finally force myself to rest, I on the couch, Chase, legs up, blanket.
Yeah.
About to put on some housewife show.
Right. Obviously.
And I am thinking of all the things that I should be doing.
Yeah.
And the things that to be productive. How can I be productive during this time? Yeah. Oh, I should pop open my laptop and answer emails.
Right.
That is not resting.
Right. Even being on because sometimes I'll do that, like, oh, I'll take a rest, but then I go on my phone and I'm like, oh, let me put together this reel, or let me put together this thing. That's not resting either. Like, it's literally
put that shit down.
Right. It's like, take a break from give yourself permission to take a break for a dedicated amount of time, no distractions, nothing. Because life is already just one giant distraction, let's be honest. Like, that's what it is. Give yourself that time. You have 30 minutes.
Yeah. And it's shifting your mindset to, I deserve this rest.
Yes.
And I require
and this
rest.
Is helpful to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we knew before, after our workout, I made some bomb breakfast.
She did. It was delicious.
Pat on the back. No, I'm just kidding. But looking at each other, I'm like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
We just tired.
Gave each other that look like, maybe we need a minute.
Take a break.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break.
Yeah.
We still have the whole day.
Yeah.
It was what, 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10:30. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 10. So
best decision ever.
No. So sometimes you have to rearrange your schedule. And sometimes you have to really just like do a personal check-in.
And that's okay. Even just moving things around, like it's giving yourself permission for all those things. Like, you know what? I need this time right now. I need to reset. I need to because there's so many ways that like life can throw you curveballs and it can really throw you off. And sometimes you do need a second to like process and just kind of understand what's happening. Get your shit together.
Right. The beauty of rest.
Yeah.
I think for me, what I'm currently working on, because now I'm better at like oh, let me rest. Like, oh, let me like take a second. Because I literally like, even the days I think I haven't done shit, I've done a lot of stuff. Like whether like running errands for the house, like running errands for my business, like all of this is still like, if you were logged into a job, I would have clocked in. Yeah. And I would clock out as soon as I started to rest, you know? And so that is, you just really have to lean into like, I deserve this and I require this. And also recount all the things that you have done. Yeah. That is the reason why you're tired right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not tired for no reason, you know? Like, just because you're doing shit. Yeah. But I think the thing that I'm working on personally is about the worth part. Deserving to rest and requiring to rest. Like, I know the require part because like we're not machines. Yeah. And we need to rest in order to be able to do the next thing again.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's no legal pill for you to take to get energy.
Yeah. Right.
Emphasis on legal. Yeah. But that's not also healthy. It's not sustainable. Yeah. And you shouldn't do that.
I think people forget that rest and sleep is productive. Like charging your phone. Your phone's not on all day. Hallelujah. You put it to sleep when you go to sleep, right? Like it's getting rest too. If you did, you'd degrade the battery. You wouldn't be able to charge it to full. You know, just all those things.
Yeah. All right. So we were talking about rest and forcing ourselves to rest, and how we've unlearned grind mode, like, you know, notions and ideologies, and forcing ourselves to rest. And so, Courtney, what are your favorite ways to rest?
Gosh, I feel like I've gotten better at resting. I think the more you practice it, the easier it is to do, and then to also feel worthy of it. It's like, I needed that. Definitely plopping on the couch with my favorite blanket, maybe some sort of beverage, like a matcha or like a coffee or something, you know, just in case. Maybe a snack. Housewives, catching up on something. Right. Something I can binge.
Right. Or fall asleep to.
Yeah.
And not feel bad like you need to fucking rewind.
Like background TV. Like putting on a show that you could just have on in the background.
Friends.
Yeah, exactly. Just
living single.
Right.
All the things that you've watched before, Martin.
Right. That's a good thing. We should talk about like our favorite background TV shows. That's a good one. Anyway, I think, so for me, it's definitely that. It's like, I feel like for me, it's like actually sitting down in a restful position, in a comfortable position, making sure I'm warm and cozy, and just kind of cultivating a comfortable, cozy environment. That's definitely my go-to way. How about you?
I love to lay in the sun. That's probably like my most favorite way to do that. Obviously, you're not going to be able to do that every single day, or certain days when it's raining, or if it's freezing, or whatever it is, you know.
Or there's butterflies outside. Bugs. Listen, all the elements.
The butterflies, they just like to flutter, and they flap their little wings around me.
They don't bother me. Like, you know, they're just there.
Anyway. Oh, wait, sorry. We're interrupting Deal's rest.
Okay. This is how he rests.
Just in compact spaces. Anyway, I love to lay down. I love to sleep.
Yeah. Sleep is
And I'm sorry?
Sleep is good.
Sleep is the most amazing thing. And my friends have, they make fun of me a lot because of my ability to sleep anywhere. And I have fallen asleep in cars, in nightclubs.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's
so
amazing.
The nightclub thing, listen, I was tired. I did not want to go. This was in college. I did not want to go with them. I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But they literally, I was falling asleep
You
at
had
the
to
house.
go, so just like you're gonna sleep regardless.
They took my clothes off, put other clothes on, dragged me out to this little divey club thing that my friend's now husband used to work at. He did security. And I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I think I had an edible.
Yeah.
And
that'll do it.
I was just like sitting up straight, my back against the wall, sitting in the corner. I think there was a speaker next to my head.
Maybe it was soothing, the vibration or something.
Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Like, I was asleep.
That's amazing.
So I have the amazing power. I'm also probably narcoleptic at this point. I could fall asleep anywhere, but it's hard for me to stay asleep.
Got it.
In bed.
Got it.
Like, I'll wake up at 2, 3, think about like shit I gotta do.
Yeah.
And then fall back asleep again. But sleeping, that's my favorite.
Yeah. It's really amazing. Like, and I feel like now that I'm in my late 30s, I love it. Like I can't wait. I can't wait to get in bed.
Being in bed before 10 is like
Winning.
hack. It's
Yeah.
a life hack.
Yeah.
And waking up like
It's truly the
like
best
the
thing.
first night that you were here, we went to bed at what? It was 10:30.
Oh yeah. We made such a nice dinner, healthy dinner.
Healthy.
Did some little light work.
Like, it was so cute.
It was amazing. Got in bed at
we had music on.
reasonable hour. That was amazing.
Low-key romantic, but
It
not.
was. It totally was. Like she cooked, I cleaned, like
yes. I know my role, she knows her role. But I think it's such a practice to, when you start to force yourself to rest, like it's such a practice in your mind to shut the fuck up.
yes.
And
That's the big one.
It's because it drains from the rest.
It does.
It drains from the rest. Like it doesn't make it productive at all.
Right. It's and I think so it's one thing, like I said, like I'd like to cultivate like a cozy, relaxing environment, but half of it is your mind. Like calming down your mind. Slowing it down, like not thinking about that thing right now.
Right.
Let's wait. That's a after the nap thing to deal with.
And then sometimes I think about like, okay, if I'm resting now for 2 hours, an hour, how am I going to rearrange the rest of my schedule?
Yeah.
For the day or tomorrow? Like, what things can I prioritize for the next day?
Yeah.
And do I even need to do this?
Totally. I feel like resting and also just putting yourself in those positions where you might need to pivot in terms of schedule, things that need to get done, is a great way to prioritize. It really kind of helps you call out like, oh, do I need to do this or can this wait? What's the most urgent? And just giving yourself that permission to be okay with that. And I think that's where like a lot of the productivity comes from, resting.
Yeah.
And just saying like, oh, it's okay. It could wait. Everything, nothing burned down because I moved this here.
Right.
Crazy, right?
It's the grand scheme of life.
I know. It really is.
It's the grand scheme of just like, how important is this?
Yeah.
Is anyone going to die?
Is it that serious?
Is it that serious? I remember one time I was working at Lucy Activewear as an assistant buyer, and I remember the director was like, she was like, okay, Zimar, we're all packing up, let's go. And I was just like, oh, I'm going to wait back. I'm going to do these, like a few little things.
Yeah.
She's like, Zimara, we're selling spandex. Workout clothes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, it goes to show just just the workforce of like, you want to put in the hours. You want to show that you're going above and beyond, staying late, working late.
She's like, it's Friday.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
No one is going to respond to that email. No one's going to whatever. Let's go.
Yep.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me twice.
Yeah. Crazy.
So, everyone's assignment after this is to incorporate a nap.
Yeah. I think that's a great start.
Yeah.
I think that's a great start. And I think it's also like testing it when you're at that moment of like, do I push forward? Mm-hmm. And when you're said like, oh man, I wish I could take a nap right now. Take that nap.
It could be 10 minutes.
Yeah. It could change the whole trajectory of your day.
I literally read about how like high functioning people, they take naps.
Yeah.
Like if it's in transit or something like that, like you're in an Uber, like you're not driving, obviously.
Like, we need to stop this meeting. I got to take a nap really quickly. Yeah, it's not necessarily that. It's
like,
it's seizing an opportunity, like, of what can I do with this time?
Yeah.
How can I use this time wisely so that I'm setting myself up for better?
Because it's just all about pouring into yourself.
It is.
Like, so you could be your best performer.
Yeah.
Your best performing person, like, performing person. The best way that you can be like your best self and like you're at your peak is when you have proper rest, proper water,
rest and hydration,
food,
the little things, you guys. Like, that's it.
That's it.
Start taking naps.
It's not that hard.
It's not. Take a nap.
But also, we're childless people, so like I mean,
if you can take a nap,
I just.
Perspective,
I know some moms that take some naps here and there.
Yeah, no, I think, and I think I think it's, it's getting out of the habit of thinking like, I can't take a nap. I think that's a big thing. Like, oh, I don't have time. Like, oh, like I wish I could. It's like, the more you say like you're longing for these things, like you're kind of you're nowhere near that nap if you keep complaining about not being able to take a nap.
This is probably the same people who also say like, I don't have time to work out.
Yeah.
But you just wake up a little earlier.
No big deal.
MBD.
Because it's like not hard. It's the know better, do better. We know this.
We do. And that's a wrap. That's a wrap for our forcing ourselves to rest episode. Let us know what you think. 5 stars, please.
Thanks for tuning in to So What's Even Happening. We hope you got a little inspiration and maybe a laugh or two.
If you love this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps us grow. You can find us on YouTube and all your favorite podcast platforms.
And follow us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at So What's Even Happening for more behind-the-scenes fun, tips, and updates.
Until next time, take care of yourself and keep making moves toward your dreams.
And remember, we're rooting for you, always.